Did you know that Apple has been given clearance to offer their new AirPods Pro 2 as hearing aids? Did you know they're touting them as prescription grade? I recently put them to the test using specialized equipment to set hearing prescriptions called Real Ear Measure to see if they actually were prescription grade. Hi, I'm Dr. Ryan Hill, audiologist, author, and app developer from Cincinnati, Ohio, and in this video, I'll help you figure out if you should wear the new Apple AirPods Pro 2 as hearing aids. To help support my channel, please like and subscribe below by hitting the thumbs up button and the subscribe button. I already have a set of AirPods which I use to stream music, meetings, podcasts, and audiobooks. I also have a set of the AirPods Max for which I tested the active noise cancellation, and you can find a link to the video in the description below. But when I heard the new AirPods Pro 2 could be used for a hearing test and used as hearing aids, I went out and purchased them so I could find out for myself what the hearing industry is up against with Apple's latest foray into the hearing world. You can find a link to my video about how to take the hearing test using the AirPods Pro 2 in the description below. Apple states that these new AirPods are prescription grade. So what does a hearing aid have to do in order to be considered prescription grade? Well, they have to meet a prescription. What that means is that they have to provide different amounts of amplification at different frequencies in order to match an individual's prescription or graph of hearing sensitivity. So do the AirPods Pro 2 do it? Let's take a look at the real ear measurement data. The first thing I did was plug in the same hearing loss that I reported to my iPhone into the real ear measurement system. The red line with circles shows this data. That is how much power is required in my right ear at each frequency if I were to have this hearing loss. Low frequencies are on the left of the graph, and the further to the right, the higher the frequency. Soft sounds are at the bottom of the graph, and the higher up you go on the graph, the louder the sound has to be heard. In order to measure the devices, I first hang a reference microphone on my ear and then place a probe tube attached to the output microphone in my ear, 5 millimeters from my eardrum. I then verified the placement to make sure it was at the appropriate depth so the measurement would be accurate because I can't see in my own ear. Then I placed the Apple AirPod Pro 2 in my right ear to take the measurement. I first presented my ear with a soft speech signal at 50 decibels sound pressure level, or SPL, at my ear and measured the response. Take a look at the green line. While the AirPod is providing obvious amplification, you can see that it is not matching target response, or in other words, matching my prescription, because the dark line in the middle of the shaded region does not line up with the crosses or targets at each frequency. Then I ran the same measurement with an average conversational speech level in the same ear. Take a look at the purple line. Again, there is some amplification, but the response is clearly below targets again and is not matching my prescription. On the measurement called the Speech Intelligibility Index, the AirPod is only giving me a 6% increase for soft speech, and for moderate speech, it is only giving me an 8% increase. That's not much at all. I then measured my ear without the AirPod in my ear at both of the same frequencies again. Soft speech is the aqua line, and moderate speech is the orange line. Now you can see the AirPod clearly gives you amplification for this particular hearing loss, but it does not match target levels. So what is my determination? That's a big
negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full.
No, ma'am, this is not a good idea.
Well, sort of. While they do provide amplification over the top of this hearing loss, they do not provide prescription grade amplification, and I feel the AirPods Pro 2 are mislabeled as prescription grade hearing aids. With that being said, any real hearing aid should also not be considered prescription grade if it is not fit using real ear measure and verified to match prescriptive targets. Without real ear measure, any hearing device output is based on guesswork. You can compare hearing treatment without real ear measure to taking medication without measuring dosage. While untreated hearing loss won't put you at risk of death, it can potentially increase your risk of dementia, falls, tinnitus, stress on the brain, and social isolation. So in my opinion, it should be taken seriously, and you should find a provider that provides real ear measure for any device you will be wearing. Well, I'll jump off of my soapbox now, but I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've made it to the end, I thank you very much, and I hope you'll like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.